My eyes have been opened. I've been waiting for a very long time to be able to monetize my channel. Now, recently, I was able to monetize my channel. I think around October 26th, and I made sure I made some announcements here. They're like, hey, look at me, I got my monetization. Give me a pat on the back, shit like that. Because it was very exciting. It was extremely exciting, I was wondering, if I was going to make it. And, as the year became, to slowly come to an end, it started to actually look like I was gonna make it. So here we are with monetization on. Great, whoopee. But of course, I'm not making this video just to say, hey, I monetized my channel. No, it's more like it's something that I actually realized, something that I actually felt, that became so surreal, something that I've always been talking about, but I never really understood. But then when it actually happened to me, it all just clicked like that, and I was like, oh, so that's how it fucking feels. Of course, what I'm talking about is the whole demonetization thing where, like if you do something that's just slightly inconvenient for YouTube, they just demonetize your videos and shit like that. I keep hearing stuff like that. I keep talking about it as well because it's very inconvenient for a lot of creators to, lose the ability to earn money on videos, especially when you see your video is doing well, but the only problem is your video cannot be monetized because it's, maybe it goes against what YouTube likes, or there's a miscommunication. But regardless, it's a huge inconvenience seeing your views going up, and that's actually your, revenue going away, because once you find a way, right, you find a way to get your monetization back, it doesn't matter if you have this amount of views. When you turn that shit on, it's like as if you had no views, right? So like the views that you got, they're not counting. They don't count that, which is extremely unfortunate. So whenever, a video gets demonetized, probably the best way to deal with it is to unlist it and then, talk with YouTube. And ironically, I had my video reviewed, right? I think it was a recent video. Like, I had my recent video reviewed because it got demonetized. I was like, are you sure? I mean, I kind of understood because I was talking about the whole grooming situation, but it wasn't as graphic as the first video that I made. So I thought, okay, I'll make my case. It took them around maybe 5 days, maybe a week, maybe an actual week until they actually responded and were like, hey, Rigozen, we can't monetize your video there. Sorry, buddy. And it's like, great, I would really appreciate it. Which is kind of shocking to me. I'm not gonna lie. A little shocking. Not the fact that they didn't monetize my channel. It was just, it took them that fucking long to actually tell me, hey, Rigozen, we can't monetize your video. It's gonna stay demonetized. Because here's the deal. When I tried to monetize my channel, they were like, hey, you're on step 2. You're gonna have to wait a couple of days. I was like, okay, that's fine. So I waited literally like 6 or 7 hours, like I did it around maybe 6 or 7, and then when it was like around like 4 or 3 a.m. in the morning, they sent me an email saying like, hey, Rigozen, you were part of the YouTube program now, congratulations. So that was really surprising to me because it didn't take them that long to actually be like, hey, there you go, here's your monetization, good luck. I'm like, hey, that's fucking great. But it took them like not 4 months, I'm sorry, a week. It took them basically a week to be like, hey, we can't monetize your video. So that fucking sucks, But now I really understand, like people on a much larger scale, they're getting thousands of views and their videos are getting demonetized, and they're trying to fight the system, trying to like get it back online. But when they do, you gotta ask yourself, is it worth the fight? It's like you might as well delete the video again and then re-upload it so you can regain those views. But then, will you get those views? Probably not, because the people who already watched the video, are they gonna watch it again? Probably not. Most likely not. So you lost that ad revenue. You lost that money, And for a lot of creators, it's extremely devastating whenever that happens. And now that it actually happened to me, I can really understand it. I can actually relate to it, and it fucking sucks. Alright, like I remember this YouTuber who, I think it wasn't down the rabbit hole, but he does kind of like videos similar or something like that. It's like, his profile picture is Admiral Akbar, for those of you who know who that is. He was, he posted a really great video. I was very fortunate to watch the video when he first uploaded it. I think I watched it within like the hour or so. It was about The Thing, if you've never heard of that movie. Really great movie. He made a really great you know, discussion video about it. I thought it was amazing. Nothing necessarily wrong with it at all. I think everything fell in line with the guidelines, but you know, YouTube was like, no, it actually doesn't fall within the guidelines. So it took them around 3 days to actually get it corrected, to get it fixed. And originally it was monetized. It was monetized, and then it was demonetized, and then it was actually removed. It was a whole complicated mess, and then finally they were able to, you know, upload the video. But that's a lot of money lost, ladies and gentlemen. And, you know, creators like that who really are desperate for money, well, not necessarily desperate, they're kind of dependent, right? They're dependent on the YouTube system. That really fucking hurts. You know, that's why they like have to rely on sponsorships and Patreon. You know, like those are other outlets. They gotta rely on other outlets as well, because the YouTube system, when it comes to the ad revenue, it's very faulty. Very, very, very faulty. Like, I would be really surprised if, you know, this video was, you know, would be able to be monetized. I mean, not really. I mean, I haven't said anything too controversial, so it's like, it'd be like that sometimes. But, you know, I upload this video and be like, hey, you can't. I'm sorry, we can't. It's too spicy for YouTube. Yeah, I'm so sorry. It's not ad friendly. I'm like, okay, YouTube, sure. But with all this being said, I might need to do some changes. I might need to tone down on the cursing, because that could be a factor into it. I might need to like censor some things here and there for the meantime until I actually have a really good source of income. Then I'll probably go back to my regularly scheduled programming. Because look, I don't want to like be a sellout or anything. I'm not saying I'm gonna go full woke, because I swear to God, dude, if I went full woke, people will remind me. People will literally remind me. Hey, Rigozen, you remember that video that you made about you asking 9 people to say the N-word, where you literally said the N-word like 10 or 20 times in that 19-minute video? Yeah, I remember it. It was a funny video, okay? It was a great video. I don't care what anyone else says. It's a funny video. I'll do it again. I just have to wait until like a year or so until I actually have a good amount of income in this. I don't know when that day will come. Maybe, you know, next year, maybe 2 years from now, but I really have to start trying to actually be more ad friendly, whatever that means. But I promise you, I'm not gonna go full woke here. I'm not gonna be like, oh, you know, you saying that's naughty, but you know, at the end of the day, I gotta try something different. I gotta do a little different, you know, because I do want to get that ad revenue. It's very important. But yeah, that's really all I had to say for this video. So thanks guys again for listening to my little talk here. Good to talk with all of you. If you like this video, don't forget to hit that like button. But with all that being said, I will see you in the next video. Wish me luck on YouTube. Goodbye for now.